Hello and welcome back to another episode of Oh, hey look, it's McLovin. Hold it, don't go off without me. You're challenging the Pokemon League, aren't you? Let's see who's more worthy of making the challenge with a battle. Oh. Welcome back to GoGgLz Plays Shining Pearl Nuzlocke. Right into it with a battle. So, McLovin's gonna start off challenging us by saucing out a little Staraptor. Staraptor's gonna intimidate Trogdor. Trogdor don't care too much none. So Trogdor is just gonna Dragon Claw that Staraptor, who is going to use up their Focus Sash in order to hold on for life. Responding with a U-turn, Staraptor will head back to McLovin, leaving us fighting a Floatzel. Well, that Floatzel can have a Poison Jab. Get him, Trogdor. Floatzel gets Poison Jab, Floatzel gets Critical Hitted, and Floatzel faints. Alright. Well, next up, McLovin's gonna send Staraptor right back out. Staraptor is once again going to intimidate Trogdor. I do not like this. So let's Poison Jab that Staraptor. Lovely. Staraptor takes a dive, leaving McLovin to send out Infernape. Infernape pops on out, and this is not going to go well for you. Infernape gets a little bit of an Earthquake, which will take that Infernape down in one. Trogdor once again loving us ever so much to land a critical hit. And Willie Nelson getting level 78 out of that. Perfect. McLovin next up is going to send out a Snorlax, so let's do a little Poison Jab, see if we can get a cheeky little poison off. We do not. Snorlax responds to the arm, which isn't the greatest issue right now, but might be in the future. So Trogdor is going to break that Snorlax, and Snorlax is going to attempt to be on again. Not going to work, but Trogdor is going to fall asleep. Trogdor attempts to attack, but is asleep. So Snorlax is going to hammer on us. Does a little bit of damage. Snorlax's speed will fall from that, but Trogdor is going to sleep through his next turn as well. So Snorlax once again hits Trogdor with a hammer on, once again lowering his speed. Trogdor, you better wake up. Perfect. And Trogdor is going to sauce out a bit of a Brick Break, finishing off that Snorlax. Snorlax goes down, Roserade comes out, and Trogdor, you know what, just Dragon Claw that flower. Roserade will survive and retaliate by using Grass Knot, taking us down just a little bit more, so let's take her down just a little bit more. One last Poison Jab to take out Roserade. I fully believe in this last one. I have no reason to quit. So McLovin sends out a Heracross. You know what? Get Dragon Claw. One Dragon Claw takes it down over halfway, so Heracross is going to respond with Swords Down, buffing its attack, and it is not going to get to use that attack. We're not finished yet. We'll get out of this spot. No, you won't. One more Dragon Claw to finish off the Heracross. What just went down? My team still needs raising. Yeah, you should have put in like 8 hours like I did for last episode. I guess I'm not ready for the Pokemon League. You just wait, I'll get tougher and win my way up, because I'm gonna be the toughest Pokemon trainer there is. The champion. Well, let's heal up and get on in there. Yeah. Whoop. Up the elevator we go. Stupid recording software. And we come up against the first member of the Elite Four, Aaron. Hello, welcome to the Pokemon League. It's good to meet you. I am Aaron of the Elite Four. Oh, I should explain, I'm a huge fan of bug Pokemons. It's because I want to become perfect, just like my bug Pokemons. Okay, let me take you on. Alright, Aaron. This is it. Elite 1 of Elite 4. Aaron's gonna send out a Dustox to start out the fight. And we got Meep starting us off here. Meep is currently holding a charcoal to boost its flamethrower. And we are going to throw an ancient power to try to proc its special, which raises all of our stats, which it does. Meep's attack, defense, special defense, and speed all go up. Dustox is going to respond with a light screen. Going to reduce the effectiveness of our special moves for a bit, which is a little bit annoying. Dustox regains a bit of its health with Black Sludge. We are going to miss our Air Cutter. Dustox is going to send out a little Moonlight, heal up. But, you know what? He ain't going to survive this. Meep's going to toss out Flamethrower, which is going to take out that Dustox in one fell swoop. Well, two if you include the ancient power from earlier. Aaron's going to follow up the Dustox with a Heracross. Heracross, get Air Slash. Heracross, being 4 times weak to flying type moves, goes down easy. And Meep gets level 71, whereas Trogdor gets level 71. Aaron's gonna follow up that Heracross and Beautifly. Beautifly comes out, looking all beautiful. Beautifly comes out, getting flamethrowered by Meep. Beautifly goes down nice and easy. And the light screen finally wears off. So Aaron's gonna bring out Vespiquen next, which has the Unnerve ability. We do not eat berries, so we do not care, and we will just keep burning. Vespiquen gets burned, Vespiquen goes down. And finally, Aaron's gonna send out a Drapion. And this does not have any weaknesses that Meep has, but we're still going to flamethrower that Drapion anyways, which will take out the Drapion. Mischievous gets level 73 from the Drapion going down, and Aaron is defeated. I will now concede defeat. But I think you came to see how great bug-type Pokemons are. I hope you realize what you're up against in the Pokemons League. Battling is a deep and complex affair. Give me your lunch money, nerd. And comb your hair. I lost with the most beautiful and toughest of bug Pokemons. We lost because I wasn't good enough. That's it. Back to training camp. No, that was wrong. Anyway, 3 more trainers are awaiting you. They're all tougher than me. Bruh, not surprised. So, up the elevator we go. And in this room, we shall face Bertha. Ground type Elite 4. Well, you're quite the adorable trainer, but you've also got a spine. I'm Bertha. I have a preference for ground type Pokemons. Well, would you show this old lady how much you've learned? Yes. Yes, I will, Bertha. Bertha starts off with a Quagsire. We've changed up our lineup ever so slightly. Willie Nelson leading us off. And Willie Nelson is going to start off with a late Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf hits Quagsire, roll nice, and will critical hit because Willie Nelson loves us ever so much. Quagsire goes down, not able to do anything in response. So Bertha's going to send out a Whiscash, same type as the Quagsire, but this time, it has a berry that will reduce the effectiveness of grass-type moves. Did nothing as a single Razor Leaf was able to take out the Whiscash as well. Noon gets level 71 out of that encounter. So Bertha's gonna send out Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo, guess what? Get Razor Leaf. Sudowoodo, being slow, gets outsped by Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson's able to crit with the Razor Leaf that it sends out, and Sudowoodo goes down. Bertha, getting desperate, sends out a Golem next. Good old Golem. Probably has sturdy, so one Razor Leaf is enough to take it down to 1 hit point. Rude. To which Golem is going to respond by Rock Polish. With the extra speed from Rock Polish, Golem can outspeed us and will toss out an Earthquake towards Willie Nelson. Doesn't do too much, so Razor Leaf to finish off that Golem, Willie Nelson. Golem goes down. Didn't have to do too much to him, but Golem going down gets Bruce Wayne level 80. Finally, Bertha is going to send out a Hippowdon. Hippowdon is pretty tank, but Hippowdon is usually just tank against physical attacks, so let's Giga Drain that Hippowdon, get our hit points back, and take out that Hippowdon. Back to full health. Well, my dear child, I must say that was most impressive. Your Pokemons believed in you and did their best. Even though I've lost, I find myself with a silly grin. And you find yourself with less lunch money. You're quite something, youngster. I like how you and your Pokemon earn to win by working together. It's what makes you strong. I think you can go as far as you want. Sorry, I'm already in the elevator, Bertha. Onwards and upwards. Hey, it's this guy. I want to say Flint. Gonna say he's probably fire type. Yo, trainer! You had me counting the days of my fingers waiting for you to come. I heard from Volkner what you did in Sunnyshore's. You managed to light a fire in that guy's heart again. How could you not expect me to look forward to seeing you in battle? Oh my god, put your suspenders on, my dude. You got him, use them. Alright, Flint. And once again, we have changed up our line. The front is Trogdor, holding an Earth Plate. So, Trogdor, Earthquake. Rapidash gets booped, Rapidash gets did in. Next up, Flint's gonna send out Lopunny. That is not a fire type, so get Brick Broke, and Lopunny will go down. But Lopunny will give us enough XPs for Meep to get to 72. Flint's gonna send out Steelix next. Steelix, I think you can get Earthquake. Also, Steelix, you're not a fire type. But it's super effective, and without Sturdy, Steelix will go down in one little Earthquake. Flint's next gonna send out a Drifblim, also not a fire type. So let's just Dragon Claw that balloon, and Drifblim is done in one. No aftermath means we get to hold on just a little bit longer to our entire hit points. Flint's gonna finish off with an Infernape, which is able to outspeed Trogdor. Getting a close combat critical hit, but that will lower Infernape's defense and special defense. So an Earthquake should be enough to take it out. But Infernape's got a Focus Sash, which just got eaten up. That being said, Flint is going to use a full restore on his Infernape next turn, so one more Earthquake. Without a Focus Sash in our way, should take out Flint's final Pokemans. Whoa! I wasn't expecting this. I was looking down on you. This is fantastic. You and your Pokemon are inspiring. Inspiring you to give me your lunch money? I'll take that as a yes. Whew, burn right down to cinders. Well, you do you. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. That's 3 out of the Elite Four down. So let's move on to Lucian, the Psychic type Elite Four. You timed your arrival well. I've just finished my book. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lucian. I'm a user of Psychic types. I must say you've already proven yourself to be outstanding by coming this far. They say I'm the toughest of the Elite Four. I'm afraid I will have to go all out against you. Prepare yourself. Lucian, I'm prepared. So, Lucian is going to start off with Mr. Mime. We have changed up our lineup to bring Bruce Wayne up at the front. I know it sounds dangerous, Bruce Wayne being poison, but Mr. Mime is Fairy type. So, one cross poison is able to take out Mr. Mime like no one's business. Willie Nelson gets level 79 out of that XP from that Mr. Mime. Lucian is going to follow up Mr. Mime with an Alakazam. I think we can outspeed Alakazam and get off a bite. Kinda dangerous, but kinda worth it. Alakazam goes down in one bite with its 0 defense. Frogdor up to level 72 from that. And wants to learn Takedown? No. Lucian's gonna follow up Alakazam with Girafarig. Girafarig's a little bit more tank, so let's do a U-turn. Do most of its health and damage, and I think we can follow it up with Meep. Girafarig's gonna Trick Room. Unfortunately, I think Meep will outspeed everything, so that means that everything will outspeed Meep whilst Trick Room is in effect. Lucian's gonna do a cheeky little full restore on Girafarig, but Meep is gonna Flamethrower to bring it down just a little bit. If I was smart, would have done a Dazzling Gleam, but I ain't, so I didn't. Girafarig gets burnt, and Girafarig outspeeds us because Trick Room doing a little bit of damage with Thunderbolt. Meep's gonna respond with an Air Slash, because he can. And Girafarig is going to go down. Lucian's going to follow up Girafarig with Medicham. This is going to outspeed us and has a Thunder Punch. Kinda dangerous, but we were already locked into Dazzling Gleam, so Medicham will go down. That was too close. Now what should I do? Well, use your last Pokemons, which turns out is a Bronzong. Meep, too dangerous for you out there. Come on back and get on in there, Willie Nelson. I'm going to assume Bronzong has Levitate, so probably not going to be using Earthquake. As opposed to that, let's use Crunch. Going to be super effective as it is still Psychic type. But it is going to eat a Citrus Berry to bring it up just a little bit, which might actually work in our favor. Bronzong's going to respond to that by putting Trick Room back up, meaning Bronzong can have one more attack. Bronzong's going to use that one attack to use Payback, doing negligible damage to Willie Nelson, and Willie Nelson is going to finish it off with another Crunch. I see. Getting past the 3 before me was no fluke. Your power is real. It is, just like that wallet you have with your lunch money in it. Congratulations, however that doesn't mean you're done with the Pokemon League. There remains the champion. I should warn you, the champion is stronger than all of us. Not surprised. Well, up the elevator we go. Recording program. Who could it be? Have you been keeping well? Thank you for Mount Coronet. I'm truly grateful. Together, you and your Pokemon overcame all the challenges you faced, however difficult. It means that you triumphed over any personal weakness, too. The power you learned, I can feel it emanating from you. But that's enough talk. Let's get on with why you're here. As the Pokemon League champion, I accept your challenge. And so it begins. Our final challenge before being the very best, like no one ever was. Cynthia starts off with a Spiritomb. I'm leading with Newton. Newton is holding some light clay. So, as you probably guessed, Newton's gonna set up with the light screen, get a little bit of defense going for the future. Spiritomb is almost all special attacks, so ain't gonna do too much with that Shadow Ball. Newton, come on back. Meep, get on out. Now from here, the plan is to use Light Screen to get a couple of Ancient Powers off, boost Meep up, and just sweep. So, Meep outspeeds Spiritomb, gets off an Ancient Power. Do I proc the stat raises? No. Spiritomb's gonna respond with a Shadow Ball, doing a little bit of damage, but lowering our special defense. Meep, one last Ancient Power, can you proc it? Looks like no. And Spiritomb's gonna eat a Citrus Berry, just for fun. And respond with a Shadow Ball. Well, so much for sweeping with Meep. Cynthia withdraws Spiritomb, brings out Gastrodon. Meep is going to Dazzling Gleam, that was meant for Spiritomb, but I guess it can hit you. Gastrodon, holding leftovers, is going to regain a little bit of health. I don't think we will be able to get Gastrodon down with one more Dazzling Gleam, so to be safe, let's send out Willie Nelson trying to proc a rock move. Gastrodon is going to try Rock Tomb, which would have been bad for me. And Gastrodon will regain a little bit of hit points. Willie Nelson's going to Razor Leaf, as Willie Nelson does, taking Gastrodon out of the fight. 1 of 6 Pokemons down. Meep gets level 73 out of that. Cynthia's gonna follow up Gastrodon with Melodic. Shouldn't be too bad for Willie Nelson. Well, that Ice Beam did hurt, but that Razor Leaf didn't hurt as much as I wanted it to. We do still have leftovers on Willie Nelson, so get a little bit of hit points is back. And Light Screen wears off. Melodic is apparently holding Flame Orb, which is going to burn Melodic. And Melodic gets off another Ice Beam, which almost takes out Willie Nelson because the Light Screen is gone. Willie Nelson can't respond because Willie Nelson is frozen, but Willie Nelson decides it wants to melt itself because it loves me. Eats a little bit of its leftovers, bringing it up to still negligible amounts of hit points left. So let's swap out Willie Nelson to Newton. And we're gonna beat up that Melodic. Next up, Cynthia sends out a Lucario. Pull back Newton because Lucario can mess up Newton with Aura Sphere, a fighting type move that would absolutely destroy Newton. Meep gets outspeeded by Lucario and almost goes down from a super effective flash cannon, but we do get to respond with a flamethrower. Take that, Lucario. Lucario could have been bad if it stuck around any longer, but luckily it did not. Lucario is going to be followed up by Roserade. Get out of there, Meep. Roserade can easily destroy you. Trogdor, you can probably take it from here. Roserade's going to throw a Sludge Bomb at Trogdor, thinking it was Meep. Trogdor, use Earthquake. Don't know if it'll take Roserade out in one, but it's good damage. Yeah, it did. Perfect. Cynthia's gonna bring Spiritomb right back out. Totally forgot that thing was still alive. So let's just throw an Earthquake. That'll probably take care of it. And we are down to the home stretch. 1 Pokemon's remain. I can't remember the last time I was put in a corner like this. Cynthia brings out her Garchomp to combat our Trogdor, who does a Swords Dance and outspeeds Trogdor despite being down 6 levels and us being EV trained in speed. Luckily, Garchomp did that Swords Dance because we were able to get off 1 Dragon Claw. which takes out her Garchomp in one go. Get a little bit of damage from Rough Skin, but nothing to worry about. Because Bruce Wayne gets level 81, and we are Pokemon champions. Just a few minutes ago, you were the most powerful challenger, and now you are the most powerful trainer. You are our newest champion. That's great. Monetary gain? Give me your lunch money. That was excellent. Truly an outstanding battle. You gave the support your Pokemon needed to maximize their power, and you guided them with certainty to secure victory. You have both passion and calculating coolness. Together, you and your Pokemon can overcome any challenge that may stand in your way. Those are the impressions I get from our battle. I'm glad I got to take part in the crowning of Sinnoh's new champion. Now then, step onto the lift. More elevators! Yes. The room ahead is the Hall of Fame. Oh look, it's Rowan. GoGgLz, your last battle was splendid. Oh, hello, Professor Rowan. A child I enlisted for my Pokedex project has come this far. It's only natural that I come and witness their crowning achievement. He's truly been with us every step of the way. GoGgLz, I shouldn't call you a child anymore. You've grown into a real champion. Professor, you still enjoy the enthusiasm kids bring to your research, don't you? Step this way, please, GoGgLz. Professor Rowan, I need you over here as well. Yes, into the dark room. It's been a long while since I last entered this room. The last time you were here was when I became champion. And yes, that would be quite a long time ago. GoGgLz, welcome to the Hall of Fame. Your names will be recorded for posterity here. What you are leaving are the memories of your adventure so far. It's time to record your names, you, and your Pokemon. Remember, your Pokemon are partners that grew with you through many challenging battles. This machine will make permanent record of your achievement. Ah, yes. Congratulations to Newton. Good job, Trogdor. Mischievous, you didn't do much in the Elite Four, but you look good. Bruce Wayne, you carried me a while. Meep, you did the work. And Willie Nelson, you were with me from the start. League champion, congratulations. Only took me 50 hours. That took me 50 hours. Roll credits. So now that the game is done, let's pay some homage to my team. We started off with a Turtwig, Willie Nelson. Now, Turtwig is very good and very tanky, which is why I chose him off the start. That being said, he grew really well with us and was able to hold his own in all the battles. Bruce Wayne, starting off as a Zubat, it's fast, it hits hard, and I really like having a good physical poison type to hold down the team. It can counter things like grass that you wouldn't think of, and a lot of fairy types that are in this generation now. Oh, hey Mom. As far as the other four, I had a little bit more choice and I may have cheesed it a little bit, but I had to get some tanky Pokemons. I wanted an electric Pokemon, which is why I chose Newton. Newton is pretty tanky and really only vulnerable to ground type moves. That being said, I gave him Light Screen to protect himself and others from, well, any challenges along the way. Meep, I like fairy Pokemon. They're great, no one expects them, they have a lot of type advantages, you just need to remember that they can't hold up against fire, and they can't hold up against iron. I gave Meep Ancient Power because its ability was Serene Grace, and I was really hoping to proc that a couple times per battle. It just didn't work out that well. Flamethrower, a counter for Iron, Dazzling Gleam, real powerful, and Air Slash, another powerful stab type move. Trogdor, hits hard, hits fast, not the best at surviving, but enough type advantages that it can get around most things. Poison Jab was probably a mistake to put on him, but at the same time, it's good to have some to mix it up. And finally, Mischievous. I love Weavile. She's a glass cannon, which is the antithesis of Nuzlocke. But I'm alright with that. These truly are some beautiful credits. I do remember back when Diamond and Pearl first came out. I played the truck out of them games. One of my friends played with me as well, and every week or so, well, we would stay mostly on track with each other, but every week or so, we would battle each other just to see how we were coming along. True rivals in every sense of it. And in that vein, when I started this Nuzlocke challenge, may I say, this was not my idea to start this Nuzlocke challenge. I made a true rival. And they have been playing beside me, alongside me, this entire time. Recently, they have finished their Nuzlocke challenge as well. And it is time to see who is truly the strongest. So next time, on GoGgLz Plays Pokemon Shining Pearl, we have one final battle to prove ourselves, one final battle to survive, and one final battle with a true rival.